Okay. Which of the following sequences of disposal options for low hazardous solid waste from industrial and urban sources is in order of increasing desirability? So low hazardous solid waste from industrial and urban sources, which is having increasing desirability. So when you are throwing out a waste to the environment, instead of that, what you can do? For example, you buy a juice bottle, what you can do? You buy a mobile, after some period the mobile gets outdated or getting hanged. What you do? I request your interaction, quick. See, whenever you see a product is getting wasted, you bought a product and you see that you are not going to use it no longer, right? Or you're going to use it for no longer. So what do you do with that? See, throwing away any layman can do, but as a teacher or as a researcher, you should think a little different. What is that? Very good. So the high level of desirability is to reuse the product. So answer which has the final stage as reuse, that becomes your answer because it has got a vocabulary called increasing desirability and reuse, which goes together. So that is the answer. 32. Identify the correct group of diseases caused by polluted water. Cholera, acute diarrhea, typhoid, polio. Okay, let it be. But before getting into that, we should have basic knowledge about which one causes what type of disease. Okay, I know about tuberculosis and enteritis. See, enteritis is a problem with your intestine, and tuberculosis, you all know it very well. I don't need to explain. So tuberculosis is not caused by polluted water, correct? So ruled out, ruled out, ruled out. This is the answer. That's all. Is it clear? So don't read all the options and waste your time. Start the known to unknown. Correct? Start from the known to unknown. Understood this model? Okay. 33 is very simple. You can attempt it from ICT. Select the option that contains exclusively the text file format. Select the option that contains exclusively the text file formats. So which contains the text file format? So everybody knows JPEG, that is not text file format. GIF is not text file format. MP3 is not text file format. So it is option B. That's all. As per the provisions of Paris Agreement, the intended nationally determined contribution are to be reviewed after every dash. So this is a little tricky. Those who are good at current affairs can attempt. It is 10 years. But this question, look at the beauty. Suppose the concentration of carbon dioxide, a greenhouse gas responsible for climate change, is 400 parts per million. What is its concentration in air in percentage terms? So parts per, so you don't need to know the entire environmental studies. Okay, rather, if you know the ppm equal to parts per million, if you know the ppm equal to parts per million, it is very easy because they say 400 parts per million, correct? See here, 400 parts per million. That's what I have written here. 400 parts per million means divided by million into 100. What is the question? Concentration of CO2 in air in percentage terms. So as per the given details, I go by that. 400 divided by 10 lakh into 100 equal to 0.04 percentage. Is it clear? Is it clear? I don't use any, let us say, your mathematical, your environmental studies subject matter. Rather, I know ppm, parts per million, so I go by that. So this is what we call as logical guesswork. The National Skills Qualification Framework is based on which of the following? So answer is very simple. So competency, technology, economic development, evaluation. Which one is the answer? So let us check out the answer. Okay, varied answers. Let us see the answer. Always the skill and the competency go together, correct? Skill and the competency go together. Very good. Answer A is correct. 37. For this, you should know environmental science. There is no other go. Identify the correct sequence of biomass fuels in terms of the energy per unit mass. So coconut shell has high level of energy per unit mass. Then dung, then unsorted domestic refuse. Explanation given here, you can go through it. Okay, this one is easy to match. You can do it. Web browser, word processor, spreadsheet, web authoring. So as usual, match the following. If you are able to connect one or two, remaining things will automatically get connected. Let us see who has given right answer. Answer is B. Very good. Why it is B? Let us explore for a minute. So web browser, okay, connect to web pages, okay. Then word processor, prepare Word documents. Good. Spreadsheets, analyze and summarize numerical data. Web authoring, create, edit web pages. That's all. Answer is B. Which of the following recommended establishment of state council for higher education in each state? So again, a conceptual based question. What is the answer? Reports of the Estimate Committee 65-66, Review Committee on UGC 1977, Ministry of Education, National Policy on Education 1986, Report of UGC Committee 1990. So which one is the answer? Let us explore. I'm sorry, it is National Policy on Education 1986. Option C. Okay, which among the following is massive open online course platform, that is MOOC platform created by MHRD, Government of India? Very simple. Anybody can easily answer this. Come on, quick. Let us see how many of you have given right answer. Very good. It is Swayam. Great. Assertion reasoning. So you know the concept, right? How to approach it. Anyway, this is a different one. Let us see. Assertion. Clock speed of CPU has not increased significantly in the recent years. Yes or no? The clock speed of CPU has not increased in the recent years. Yes or no? What is clock speed in the computer? See, clock speed refers to number of operations can be completed in one operating cycle. That is clock speed. So on older days, the clock speed is used to determine the speed of the computers. So nowadays, do we see clock speed to determine the speed of the computers? Somebody from computer science background can help us. Do you see clock speed to determine the speed of the computer? Is that so? Nowadays, it's no. We don't consider the clock speed. The clock speed is constant, but the speed of the processor is improved. Correct? The speed of the processor is improved. The capacity of RAM was improved 10 years back or 20 years back. If you look at RAM capacity is just 256 MB, even lesser than that. Now RAM capacity is around 16 GB for laptops. Yes or no? So clock speed is no more a speed indicator for your computers. But it was in the earlier stage, but now they look at processor speed. Okay, so reason software now being used is faster than processors don't have to be faster. Is that so? So let us keep the assertion because with the question mark. Somebody, some of you are telling that the clock speed has not increased. Some of you telling that clock speed has increased. So if you are having doubt, leave it. Come to the reason and see. Software now being used is faster and therefore processor don't need to be faster. Is that so? Software speed is faster, so processor no need to be gets faster. Is that correct? Yes or no? Nowadays software works faster, so processor no need to be faster. Is that so? No. Very good. Because the software depends upon the processor to work on it. If your processor is slow, then definitely whatever the software you are using, the operation it takes more time. Clear? So second one is wrong. First one is true. So option C. Option C. (42) Local area network is usually located in one brand of computer. Yes or no? Local brand of computer is used in one brand of computer. Yes or no? Local brand of computer is used in One brand of computer, yes or no? Very good, no. LAN you can use to any computer. LAN refers to a local area connection where, for example, you are having 10 computers in a hall. Those 10 computers are connected by wire, that is called LAN. So brand doesn't matter, the connectivity matters. So when A is wrong, see, when A is wrong, whatever the option which has A, that becomes wrong. So it's just both. Okay. Neither you can consider. Wait. ISP stands for Internet Standard Provider. Is that so? ISP stands for Internet Standard Provider. Is that so? What is the full form of ISP? Internet Service Provider. Very good. Internet Service Provider. Example, Jio, Airtel, Hathway, whatsoever. That is our internet connection provider. That's all. So neither A or B. The clock speed of CPU is measured in terms of heads. Yes or no? Megahertz, gigahertz. That is correct. Bluetooth consumes more power than Wi-Fi. Yes or no? Bluetooth consumes more power than Wi-Fi. Yes or no? Bluetooth consumes more power than Wi-Fi. Okay, if you are having doubt tonight, you can check it. And one mobile, you keep your Wi-Fi open the first day, and you see how many percentage battery reduced. The next day, close all applications just to open Bluetooth and see which consumes more power. Usually, Wi-Fi consumes more power. That's by base logic. Why? Wi-Fi is not only connecting your device to the another device or hub or router, it also transmits and updates data from your phone or laptop to other persons. For example, when I open Bluetooth only, no internet connectivity happens. If I open my Wi-Fi, both file transferring and internet connectivity happens. All your applications are started getting updated. So this consumes more power, correct? Okay. So what is the answer? A only. A is correct, B is wrong. So A only. 44. Which among the following is statutory function of UGC? To appoint teaching faculty in universities, to control the conduct of examination in universities, to determine and maintain standards of teaching and research in universities, to develop curriculum for university courses. So which is the statutory function of UGC? That's why I said you should know the functions of UGC, NAC, NBA in the introductory session itself. So what is the answer? Very good, it is C. Congratulations. To appoint teaching faculty in the university will be taken care by the head of the department plus registrar, VC, etc. To control the conduct of examination vested with COE. To maintain standards, it is saying a teaching faculty should have a PhD, NetSet or whatsoever. And if you are doing research, these are all the standards and procedures. So that is the statutory function of UGC. To develop curriculum, it is Board of Studies job and Academic Council job. Okay, this is slightly difficult one because not everybody knows this. Who among the following scholars carried back scriptures from Nalanda University and wrote about architecture and learning of this university? Xuanzang, China, option C. So let us do a small exercise. Give me a minute. So kindly check your WhatsApp group. I'm sending a reading comprehension exercise for your perusal. Take 5 minutes. Okay, complete the reading comprehension. Check out your WhatsApp group. Yeah, check out your WhatsApp group. It's there. So take 5 minutes and solve it. So once you complete it, send the answer as a bunch. Don't send individual answers. Send your answer as a bunch. Hello. Okay, 5 minutes has gone. How many of you completed? Kindly send the answers. Only one remaining people. Okay. Okay. When confronted with signing a big card, the author felt like a rabbit in the headlight. What does the phrase mean? So that is inside the passage. You look at here. A rabbit in the headlight, torn between a fun message or some sort of in joke or a drawing. Okay, so he's having a confusion. So for first one is the answer. Second, according to the author, which one is not most creative outlet of pursuit? Look at, a handwriting is one of the most creative pursuit of creative outlet we have and should be given the same importance as other forms such as sketching, painting, and photography. But he doesn't talk about reading. So not the most effective is reading. That question. The entire existence of the author revolves around dash. Computer and mobile, because that is dominating the youngsters instead of writing, reading, something like that. So option is 2. For 3 it is 2. For 2 it is 4. 1 it is 1. 4. How many teens as per big survey don't own a pen? So that is also a direct question. A poll of 1,000 teens, Big found that 10 don't own a pen. Correct? So in 1,000 teens, 10 don't own a pen. So what is the percentage? What's the number? How many teens they're asking? What is the number? In 1,000 teens,
Yes, sir.
100. Very good. Because for 1,000 it is 10%, which means 100. Very good. Option 4. What is the main concern of the author? That the teens have forgotten the art of handwriting. Correct? This is what the main concern is, feeling. How many of you have got right answer? So this is how you need to find out the answers. Read the question first, then go to the passage. You can easily do it. Okay. Understood reading comprehension strategies? Is it clear? Okay. So any passage you can take, you try. There is no hard and fast rules when it comes to reading comprehension. Okay, and the ticks I have already given you, right? So you can proceed with that. Data interpretation. So many of you have told it is little tough. So as I instructed earlier, I read the question first. I don't look at the data. What is the average percentage of people having knowledge of programming in Python, Lisp, and Java? So average percentage of people. So take percentage, then see the average. In 12 lakh people, correct? Python, Lisp, and Java. Python 10, Lisp 10, Java 15. Totally 35, correct? So in 12 lakh people, 35% of people are having Python, Lisp, and Java knowledge. Okay. So you get 4,20,000 people have this knowledge. What's the average? You have taken three different sets. So average is divided by 3. Total divided by 3 equal to average. That is average is 1,40,000. Okay, what is their percentage in the total? So 1,40,000 divided by 12 lakh into 100. 12 lakh is the total people. 1,40,000 is the average people know Python, Lisp and Java. So 11.6. That's all. So with practice, you can easily crack it. Is that clear? Next one. Second question, the ratio of number of people having knowledge about C to that of knowledge about Java. So C is to Java. That's what the ratio we need. How many people know C? 25%. How many people knows Java? 15%. So 25 is to 15 equal to 5 is to 3. But don't tick 3 is to 5. Correct? So it must be in the order. Bigger number and smaller number should be in the order. Try to understand. I don't say it should be in a descending order, because here first it is given as C and Java. So we have taken C's value 25 first and Java's value 15 next. If it is Java and C, then 15 is to 25. Is it clear now? So answers will be confusing like this: 3 is to 5, 5 is to 3. You should be keen while correcting the answer or while choosing the answer. Difference in the number of people having knowledge of C and COBOL programming languages. Okay, C and COBOL difference. C 25%, COBOL 12%. What is the difference? C 25%, COBOL 12%. What is the difference?
13%.
13, correct? Now look at. So from 12 lakh, the entire population, this 13% is what our answer? 1,56,000. That is the difference between C and COBOL. See, I am using shortcut techniques everywhere. The traditional approach is to find out 25% of 2 lakh. Keep it separate. Then COBOL, 12% of 2 lakh. Keep it separate. Then minus. Don't do methodologies like that. That is consuming your time. So whatever methodology you feel easier, go with that. Total number of people having knowledge in C, Java, COBOL. So C 25, Java 15, COBOL 12. So 25, 15, 12, totally 52%. So 12 lakhs into 52% equal to 6,24,000. Clear? How many people having knowledge about C? So C contribute only 25% of entire population. Entire population is 12 lakhs. 12 lakh into 25% equal to 3 lakhs. Is it clear? Is it clear? Others? Any doubt? We have attempted a full question paper of paper 1. So 50 questions we completed. And tomorrow you are going to write another 50 questions in the same time, but it is not a live class. So they will send the link of the test. You need to attend the test. Okay. And we will send you answers also. You should evaluate yourself. So be ready for that. So it means indirectly you are going to write two papers. One paper we are completing now, and another paper is tomorrow. So you know where you are standing. It is like just like your analysis part. Okay, let me go to NTA net websites and I will tell you another important examination trick. So net website has one mock test for those people who are complaining that they are new to online test. I will tell you how to approach online test. Hope you are all seeing my screen, right? Guys, I took adult education. So ID password doesn't require, just log in. So these are the 5 colors they're given. Silver color you haven't visited, red you opened the question but don't answer, green you answered the question, violet you haven't answered the question but you opened it and marked for review, violet green dot you answered the question but marked for review. Pretty confusing, right? Don't do all those things. Let us see what has to be done. So this is how your examination things will open. So look at here, the timer will start running. See, this part is timer, but don't look at the timer. Every 15 minutes once, if you are looking at timer, it is okay. Okay, first question you read and first question you understood. Let me say first question you know the answer. So look at the question palette. It has become green color. Now you are in second question directly. If you go to third question, then second question that means you didn't answer. That question, what you do is you answer and mark for review. Fourth question, you mark and save and mark for review. Fifth question, blank, and I go to seventh question. Seventh question, I know the answer. Eighth question, for review. Ninth question, mark for review. 10th question, I don't know. I directly go to 12th question. I am attempting 14th question. 15th question, I don't know. By looking at the first two lines, first line and second line, I attempted 50 questions, 15 questions. Totally, there will be 100 questions in paper 2 and 50 questions from paper 1. Right? So 150 question, how you are going to do this? If it is in 5 colors like this, will you able to say which question you have to open and do the answering? Could you say which question you have to open and give your answer now? It is for a 15 question picture. Imagine about 150 question picture. How many of you say that, sir, it is okay for me in 5 colors? I could easily find out which color and go inside and I can answer the questions. Come on, quick. Tell me. How many of you say that it is easy to handle 5 colors? Because once you complete your examination, all the 150 questions will appear like this in 5 colors randomly. So how many of you feel that it is easy? Okay, it's difficult, it is confusing, right? Definitely it would confuse. You may be expert, but attempt one test and see where you are lacking. 99% it is difficult to say which one you need to open. Okay, it is always better to have only 2 colors. Now see the scenario, how it changes. Now see the scenario. Now can you say which color is to be opened and answer the question? Can you say that? Which color you have to open to answer the left questions?
Purple one, sir.
So there are two questions in purple. Red or green? Red or green? Very good. It is red color or orange color whatsoever. Because it's very clear that green color question you answered already, no need to get inside. So red color or the question you opened and you are red. So you are not able to answer. Now you are going to do a blind guess. And the silver color questions is not at all opened yet. Clear, this clarity you should have. Don't mark any question for review. Save and mark for review, or mark for review and next. Don't touch the two buttons. Those two buttons are going to confuse you in the last moment. If you know any question, answer, move to next one, or leave it. At the last moment, we will see if there is a time, because it matters the accuracy of examination also. Correct? So this is one strategy to gain more insight into the question paper and to maximize your score as well. Understood? Okay, one question paper you can practice freely in this website, NTA Net website. One question paper you can practice it free of cost. So those who want to get practice with their with online test, they can go for it. Okay, so exam date is announced. Start your rigorous practice. Okay, any doubts so far in the 2 day in the 5 days program? Manoj, ma'am, you can close your mic. Unable to hear you. You are talking, but we are not able to listen. See, cutoff differs from 1 year to another year. I could say, for example, cutoff again depends on the number of people attending the examination and the community quotas as well. So we cannot clearly define how the cutoff is calculated every time. But one thing I could assure you, both paper 1 and paper 2, the minimum cutoff 35-40% you should clear. Then your if you clear this 35 and 40, then you are called the guy who has cleared the minimum eligibility of the examination. So your marks will be plotted in Excel sheet. Okay, and total number of attendees into 6%. The top, for example, 100 people attempting next examination, top 6 people will be selected. In case of 1 lakh people attempting examination, in case of 1 lakh people, 6%, 6,000 people will be selected. The top 6% of the scorers, those who are already clear the sectional cutoff. Somebody will have a doubt, sir, paper 2 I am a king, so I can score 100 out of 100, and paper 1 my mark is 10, 12. No, you are a failure case. For both the papers, you should clear a minimum cutoff, that is 35 and 40%, and overall cutoff is this. Top 6% will be taken into account community wise. Sudha ma'am, there are websites available, but free test is highly limited. 1 or 2 question papers you can attempt, not more than that. Anyway, I don't like to market any website here, so better you just ask me the same question in the WhatsApp. I will reply you. Any other questions? So last day, any feedback from your side? How was the experience in the 5 days? So to get qualified, you should come in the top 6%. Try to remember that. Okay, great experience with practice, sir. Thank you, Purnima, sir. Sorry, Purnima, ma'am. Soumya, ma'am, very useful and informative. Thank you, ma'am. Hamid Rasul, sir, it was a tricky session. No, it is a type of eye-opening about tricks, correct? Every session is a different learning. Thanks a lot. It's me. Okay, okay, Professor. Thank you, Arvind, sir. Thank you, Sudha, ma'am. Very useful. Got a lot of information. Thank you, Geeta, ma'am. Very lively session. Thank you for sharing, sir. Sheila, ma'am, thank you. Good practice session, sir. Janaki Raman, sir, yesterday I sent you a mail which is having all the materials. So you can share with the students now all the PPTs of the session and the question.
Sure, sir. I will send it.
Yeah, and the question bank. I mean, the question paper we discussed, that also. Kindly send it to them. Any other questions today? All that you require is a practice. Yes, for time management, you must practice more. That's why I told you people, whenever you take a mock test, be very stringent with your time. If it is 1 hour, stop your test in 1 hour. You are attempting 10 questions, 12 questions, 15 questions, okay. Don't take 3 hours and complete the entire question paper. Oh, sir, very useful and excellent session. Thank you, Professor Subbu Bharti. Any other information you need from me? We are having 5 more minutes. Yes, fast reading, I have given tips, right? The introduction to the session, like bottom to top reading. Okay. Using a mirror reading technology, using your mobile, you can do that. That also I told you. Yes, for OC, the cutoff would be more than all other categories. So in case of OC, you concentrate 80% of marks from paper 1 and paper 2. So that whatever the categories you belong to, you will definitely get selected. Sir, this question, Zhuanshan, China. For that, you should have in-depth knowledge about ancient education in India and universities existed. Who are all the top scholars who studied from foreign countries in India? Sudha ma'am, right now only 25 days left for examination. So it is better to go by question paper wise instead of subject wise. But there is no hard and fast rule. It is my opinion. If you are not strong at basics, it is better to go back to basics. Sir, YouTube link the college will share. No need to worry. Okay, I take this occasion to thank Hindustan College Coimbatore for organizing the program and inviting me as a resource person. I thank the head of the department, professors, teaching and non-teaching staff for smooth functioning.
Sir, Bala, sir.
Thank you. Yes, ma'am.
Can I proceed it now, sir?
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Bala, sir. Thank you so much to all the participants to join this webinar. I hope you people will learn more things like techniques to apply and various shortcut methods to solve the problems. Thank you, Mr. Jani Raman, to take more effort to organize this FTP. We will send you the participants. We will send you the assessment link on tomorrow. You can complete and send it to us before Sunday. So please keep in touch with our WhatsApp group up to getting certificates. Keep in touch with Bala sir also to clear your doubts. Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you, Bala sir. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. All the best to everybody. Good night.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir.
Participants, kindly fill your feedback form. We will send the assessment link to your WhatsApp group. Thank you. Thank you. Wait, ma'am. Let me check. Let me check. Wait, Sudha, ma'am. Let me check.
Okay, okay, okay.
Ma'am, please share the link of YouTube link.
Sir, tomorrow we can upload all the sessions, sir. Already we upload 3 sessions. Tomorrow, rest of the sessions will upload, sir. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.